Broadcast
I'm going to automatically get that 5th seed.
And Charles Davis.
Yeah, right, good Coach, shit. Well, that depends on if you know what I'm saying, went out.
So-called Silicon Valley.
Yes, if we went out. So, but other than that,
nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here.
You gotta help me.
They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in the last 9 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
So,
the calendar is turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Tyler Lockett now with a return. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
I am about to be Seattle. I claim it in the name of Jesus.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. They had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block front offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. First down carry here for Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game. 17 carries, 68 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd down, Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. McKenna Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And his kick here is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On 1st and 10, Simpson. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Flex round.
On 1st down, Simpson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield. And oftentimes, it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. Simpson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Flex round.
They run with Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, But the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Simpson under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Simpson dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a look. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have recovered.
These years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Yeah, but why you trying to throw me in my mess? You know what I'm saying? That mess you got going on, bitch. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You understand?
The defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally.
Yeah.
And open up a
but that's
crease
all right, bitch. You better hope I don't see you in the playoffs.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson.
Yeah.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's Wilson to throw on 3rd down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Let's go, man.
Picked off near the 44. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Look at the dance and the juke. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a 1st down. His first carry in their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And they'll run it here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw on 3rd down. Simpson, flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try to maneuver people a little bit so there's space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Yeah, of course.
A good hold in these wind conditions.
Shit,
the point after is
about
up
every
and good.
thing.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Get the ball!
Ball's incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Wilson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training.
Under pressure, and he will go down.
That heat, babe.
Back at the 46. Solomon Thomas able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Let me see if this nigga playing his game, man, because if not, I'm about to hit that bitch. Oh, Marcus ain't on. None of them niggas all playing their game though, so I'm about to hit that bitch. Oh, done deal right now. It's week 15.
Pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
After this, I'm watching the move with it.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
Yeah.
Back with more after this. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait in Hampshire Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up the first down.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away.
Yep.
Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Easy pickings.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Wilson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Wilson on first down. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 6 there on first.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On first down, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down. So on 3rd down, a field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Now it's Murphy. So we've hit. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Now it's Breida. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ohio! Ohio!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Past the 20. And he's taken down inside the red zone, past the Seattle 15. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Let's go! What?
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Come on, let's go! What? None!
Here's Breida. Oh, a good move at the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Ooh, that bitch got him.
And he's got his target. That's more. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
Oh, that bitch ran that bitch, dog.
For a Seattle touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game.
Go ahead, give him a little
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to throw. Simpson. And Tate's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This is Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
To throw on 2nd down, Simpson. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away, offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield, and you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be fourth down. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredible.
I should have tackled that bitch.
Touchdown, Seattle. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
I should have tackled him.
And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. He's giving him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Believe it or not, we good. We good.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Simpson forced out to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. To throw on 2nd down. Simpson being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Simpson. It's complete. Henry.
What?
And Henry's hit. He lost the football.
Man.
The Seahawks have
You gotta be
recovered.
fucking shitting me, dog.
10.
Wow.
Bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Dog.
This was
I
a
hear
close
protect
game.
the
They
ball
needed
and
a little
everything,
breathing
son.
room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Oh, that was some bullshit, son.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Throwing on first down. Simpson. Henry's got it out on the left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now they try the right side here. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Simpson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
That's a wrap.
Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a
That's
big
a
turnover there
that
as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah,
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Bullshit, but I'm not sure I'm still going to make it, dog. As long as I get in.
They go to Johnson again. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now. Time for a break as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Simpson. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Hey. Ohio. Hut.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Simpson steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Johnson. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. That's always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there.
I had caught the ball my tight end with Travis Henry, and I covered up, man. That boy put a big hit on his ass and popped that bitch loose. I covered up, dog.